You know, like that new meme where people recommend to do some like innocuously annoying thing and then someone just replies,
I'd rather eat a jean jacket.
I'd rather eat a jean jacket than be a professional MUA. Never mind, they're not sponsoring me, so we're not gonna do that. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title of today's video, this is gonna be a very casual, like, rant style video, but it's Virgo season. So I've just been like tearing up my apartment, cleaning it, trying to make a new statement with my life in September when we have like 4 months of the year left, right? But yeah, so I didn't want to put any makeup on. I just wanted to have more of like a casual talking style video and just rant. Not that that's like not 90% of my channel content at this point, but we're just rolling with it. So today I'm going to be talking about why I am not a makeup artist or why I don't consider myself a makeup artist. Now, you know, as a disclaimer, I know a lot of you are like, well, what do you mean you're not a makeup artist? Like, you do makeup on yourself and you do it artistically. Yeah, but I do consider what I do to be artistry. Like, I am an artist who just happens to use makeup to do it. I do consider myself that, but not in the traditional sense. Like, you'll see me tag my posts on Instagram with hashtag makeup artist. You know, I do discuss it pretty frequently, but I don't necessarily consider myself to be on the level of like a professional makeup artist. Really, I just do makeup on myself. It's like if I were to do illustrations on like a canvas, like doing oil paints or something like that, then I would say that I am an artist and that was my canvas. So, you know, I can't just be like I'm an artist. I have to kind of differentiate and say that I'm a makeup artist because people then know what to expect of the content that I create. You can go through my entire feed on Instagram and I don't have makeup done on any other person. I never really do that. This kind of goes back to like me graduating college with a degree in English, and afterwards, like, say it with me, English majors, you get the question,
So are you like a teacher or something?
and it kind of goes in the same line with like doing makeup on yourself. People are like, oh, so can you do makeup on me? It's like, well, you know, I got this degree in English to do something else. Like, just because it's that degree doesn't mean I'm going straight into this field of like teaching people. And just like I do makeup on myself doesn't mean that I'm going to do makeup on other people. You know what I mean? So these are the two facets of my life that I have to keep on explaining to people over and over again. So instead of explaining it every 5 minutes, maybe I'll just direct them to this video. So I got interested in makeup, and then I did for a while think like, oh, maybe I could do makeup on other people. And as soon as I started getting a little bit better at it, that was the ultimate question that people would ask. And this is where it kind of gets into the mild annoyance category, because when somebody who is kind of friends with you or knows you and sees the work that you do, that they can kind of try to take advantage of that. And I was kind of being, I guess, manipulated in a lot of ways to feel like I had to do makeup on other people because I was good at it. In other aspects, it's not so fun when you're spending an hour trying to teach someone how to do an eyeliner when you have a video of it up on your YouTube channel that's only 7 minutes long. You aren't being paid to talk about these types of things when it really just takes a lot of your energy out on it. It got really exhausting to kind of have to explain to everybody that I knew why I did makeup or how I did the makeup that I did, and also to be asked to do makeup on everybody was just kind of exhausting, really. I would never say no to that unless I was busy, but the only other person I've ever done makeup on was my mom, and like, she's my mom. Like, of course I'm gonna do makeup on her. But there was a lot of instances where people who I was just acquaintances with, people who I didn't really know that well, would slide into my DMs and say, hey, I got this thing going on, do you think you could do my makeup on me? I'm like, it's Thursday. Like, I have plans. Like, why are you asking me so last minute, first of all? Second of all, who are you? Third of all, are you gonna pay me? And it was never that. It was always just like, well, you get a lot of experience out of it. You'll get photographs so you could put up on your Instagram and show in your portfolio. And I'm like, but I'm not a makeup artist. Like, I don't have any certifications. I don't have my cosmetology license. I don't go to classes. I am not a freelance makeup artist. I don't, like, there's a lot that goes into being a makeup artist, and this is is what people just don't understand. I think that people like to just use someone's art and someone's talent for their own selfish benefits sometimes. And this happens even with being a writer, you know, like before I had a lot of interest in makeup and artistry, people would be like, oh, can you write my essay for me? And, you know, edit my essay for me, do this, do that for me. I'll pay you to write this. I'll pay you to take this class for me. You know, it's just like, no, like, I understand that you're being funny right now, but there is always like that underlying seriousness to it, that serious tone of like, I want to use you to do the dirty work for me. And it's similar to art where it's like, even if you're not a makeup artist, there are people who are like, hey, can you draw a picture of me? Can you draw a picture of like this cartoon character that I really like? Can you do a commission for me? And, you know, they don't want to pay for it. They don't want to pay a lot of money for it, sure, but they don't want to pay even like the most minuscule amounts of money. When I'm being asked to do makeup, like, hey, can you do makeup for this whole bridal party? And there's like 12 people there. That's also a lot of work. And I don't have the foundation colors for everybody. I have to sanitize all my brushes, which I don't have anything for that. I have to get to know each person. I have to get to know what their wants are. I have to know like what type of makeup to do. And I've never done this on any other person before. It's like low rates to be paid or not being paid at all, or wanting to just abuse my, like that they know me and use me to be able to do their dirty work for them. I get that I appear to be more of like a cheaper person to get because you're like, oh, she's good at makeup. I can just use her to do this. And it's like, you kind of can't. Like, I won't be paid a lesser amount than like a certified makeup artist if you actually need my services and need me to do it. Or, you know, if you're gonna throw a fit when I say, hey, I have plans this weekend, I can't do that for you. Or I just tell people straight up, like, you're gonna have to do your own base makeup because I don't have like a whole foundation kit. Like, I only have colors for myself that would match like maybe like a handful of other people. Like, I don't have the accessibility to everything. And before I had my license or I had my car, it was also another conversation about like, I have to get transportation there and you have to pay for my transportation to get to these locations that you want me to do your makeup for. And it's just a lot going on there. And that stress and feeling like I'm being taken advantage of is annoying in and of itself. But there's also just the factor of like customer service. Like, I've been in this industry of customer service for a very long time, whether it was retail, hotel, front desk service, receptionist, and it's freaking exhausting. My Long Island came out exhausting. And it's like, I understand that this is like something that I should be well equipped to handle, but I'm just not the best with it. Like, I don't know how to think on my feet when I'm, you know, in the midst of like an issue or a problem. I don't know how to calm down a customer. I don't know how to calm down a client that well. I kind of go into a panic mode, which a lot of other people do. But if I were to do this all by myself and I had nobody else around me as a freelance makeup artist, and I was just in the room by myself with this person who was dissatisfied with what was going on, I can't be trusting that I'm not gonna get hurt, I'm not gonna get robbed. I don't know how I can rectify the situation. There's no manager that I could go to be like, hey, this person is upset, what should I do? You know what I mean? Or they can solve the problem, because it's just myself at that point. So it's very nerve-wracking, first of all. And then I'm also like, I don't do a lot of small talk because I just get very awkward and shy. I'm sure that I will open up like halfway through the makeup process, like I'm cutting the crease and I'm like, so how are the kids? But you know, it's just like, I'm not really good with that either. So I don't know. I feel like I can't really do that actively. I just wouldn't be good in the customer service field if it was just all by myself. And then there's like also the third thing, which is that I have a chronic, not illness, but a chronic pain, I guess you could say. I have scoliosis, which gives me a lot of back problems and back stress. And so with that in mind, being on my feet for 2 hours at a time per client, that can be really stressing on my body and can hurt me. And I don't know if I could really deal with that in a healthy way. You know, I feel like I would be just downing a lot of Tylenol, downing a lot of Advil, and that wouldn't be good for my body in general. Like, I'm not saying that I'm the best at taking care of my body as it is, but I know from personal experience that it is hard to be on my feet for so long, and I do have problems with my back and then ultimately my feet. To have to do that and almost like kind of stand in one place for hours on end to take care of a client would be really distressing on my back. And so therefore I don't think that I could do it, just physically speaking. And I don't mean to like rag on people who maybe do contact their makeup loving friends or makeup interested friends or just artists in general, asking, hey, can you do this for me? Hey, can you do this favor for me? I don't want to make anybody feel bad about that, but I want people to understand that if you are the type of person who does something like that, you are going to get no's and you're going to get rejected. There have been many instances where people have reached out to me asking me to do something and I said that I can't do it, and then they're like, but come on, it'll be great experience, yada yada yada. And I'm like, I understand that, but I'm allowed to say no to things, and I feel like a lot of people, when they are told no, are really aggressive about it. Like, I could have just slapped you with a rate and made both of us uncomfortable, but I didn't. But the people who are really pushy about it are really strange to me. You would think that this would be like not that common, but the couple of times that I have been reached out to do this, I've gotten those types of responses, and it's always been very strange to me. There's just so many factors to this that are frustrating, and that is pretty much why I am not a makeup artist. Just can't deal with all of the bullshit, all of the drama. That's why, like, there's this new breed of makeup influencers who call themselves MUEs instead of MUAs. So MUE stands for makeup enthusiast, and they just say that they are enthusiastic about makeup. They don't apply makeup on other people. But I'm not even really comfortable with that title either, because you guys know that I don't just do makeup. Like, if you look on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram, I talk about travel, I talk about food, cocktails, fashion, things like that. I talk about everything. I also write, and so I do everything. So I would consider myself more of like a beauty influencer, because beauty and lifestyle kind of go hand in hand for me. But there's just so much stigma around the word influencer that people like tear down, which I completely understand. It's completely valid to feel some type of way about the word influencer and social media influencers in particular. But, you know, I think that I make it clear that I don't have my head on my ass most of the time. Like, I know my worth, that is true, but I don't think that I'm arrogant about it, and I do try my best to be inclusive to all different types of people, to do all different types of things, to actually influence people in a positive direction. There's just too many factors that come into play with the responsibility of calling yourself a makeup artist that I just don't want to take on those responsibilities. So therefore, even though I have to call myself a makeup artist because that's the only way that people get to see your content and engage with it if they're interested in makeup on social media, I don't want to be a makeup artist in a freelance client type of way. I think that pretty much wraps everything up, but I do hope that this was informative and also at least mildly entertaining, or at least some of you can relate to it if you are in the art world. So if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I don't know if this video is going to be late or not, but if it is, I usually post on Thursdays, and I try to also get bonus videos up here and there, so hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of all of my uploads. All my social media will be at the end of this video and in the description box linked. My Instagram is at jmurphybeauty. We're almost at 500 followers there, so I would really appreciate that if you were a new person to my content. If you were to go on my Instagram and give me a follow, that would really help me out. If you are interested in beauty or lifestyle stuff, I will follow you back. Just thought I'd mention that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.